And what do you got to do? How do you know if the motor's any good? Ta-da! We come back with the good old multimeter. You turn it to RX. Oh, my spaghetti's really messed up here. We go to RX. I'm going to touch one wire coming off the motor. I'm going to touch the other wire off the motor. Motor's not going to run. But you see the dial moved? The dial moved means this is a healthy motor. Okay? RX. There's RX1, RX10, 100. Don't worry about that. Just anywhere it says RX. And if the dial moves, the thing is good. Now, whenever you take anything out of a tape recorder like that, please be sure to leave enough wire on it. And, you know, but don't forget what's good about the multimeter. You can get in contact with us here. You can do it through email or have a website, and that's American Online. So that's all you need to worry about on that. Is this, if you have any questions or you want more information about other material and things that we offer. Okay, so get yourself a broken piece of equipment. If it comes with a motor, that is what you need most of all, the motor. All right, that's the thing. Gears, pulleys, that's second. Third thing you want to get a hold of are switches and knobs. Well, let's see. You know where they are? They're right up in here, right? Take that, throw it away. Get in here where all these switches are. The older the machines, the better the switches. Now what I mean by that is that now everything is becoming touch. You just touch it and it works. Like these up in here. These are not good switches. They're all little springs on them. They fall apart in your hand, and they're absolutely no value at all. But these that have a clicking to it, they go back and forth, that's real switches. Now look, you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 12 switches right there. You can use for other projects. Now to get to these switches, all you do is take off the front cover, and as you take it off, of course, you'll get into the back end of it. Now, here's a real good example. Let me see if I can, something is, there we go. Oh, I was sitting on my motor. Excuse me. See all these wires? One of the tools that you need to get a hold of is called a wire cutter. Yeah? You just get in here, well, you just start snipping away. Okay, cuts them right. If I get a hold of one at a time. Okay, it'll cut it there. I didn't get to it. Look. See how they come out? See it? These are plugs, multiple plugs. All right, so these are handy if you want to build a race car or something, remote control. Then you have yourself a plug here that you can stick the wires in, and they'll hold in place. Then you can take all these wires, trace them to where they go, and cut off as much wire as you can. Please, at all times, always try to get whatever you can get out of it. Now, we have a couple of black things in here. Let me hold that up. These black things are kind of neat. Please be careful with them, especially on TV sets. Stay away from black, brown, and blues. I'm talking about these right here. Let me show you what one looks like a little bigger. See it? These are called capacitors. Capacitors have the capacity to electrocute you. That's why I'm saying, since this unit plugs in the wall, if you get it, if you plug in the wall to see if it works, and you unplug and say, well, it apparently doesn't work, and you start digging into this thing, you could get one heck of a shock. In fact, look at this capacitor. Quite a difference, isn't it? So you're really going to have a problem with that. So you got to stay away from these. They're highly dangerous. All right. This one here gets a beautiful arc off of it. Okay. Another thing you want to take from tape recorders or anything is these. They are called light emitting diodes. They're adorable. They work real nice for all kinds of projects that you need. For example, let me get out my bunny power device here. Turn it on. Touch this to 1. Touch this to the other. See? It's got a red color to it. You know, when you turn the tape recorder on and it says it's on because a little red light comes on, or maybe a green light comes on, or yellow, or blue, or clear. Don't let these clear ones fool you now. Nothing wrong with these clear ones. Watch. That one's yellow. It's got a yellow tinge to it. Okay? Light emitting diodes. Now, in the same thing, these are another diodes right here. These diodes don't light up. They're made of ceramic. You may see those all throughout your equipment you're tearing apart. These diodes are one-way streets. They make the electricity only go one way. And that's the way it is with these diodes, these light-emitting diodes. You see, if I hook this up the wrong way, the light will not come on. See it? I'm attached. It doesn't come on. These are one-way streets. See, now I got it. See it? Now I'm going to turn it around, hook to the other direction. Nothing. These are one-way streets. And that's great because you see in electronics, sometimes you don't want electricity to go anywhere it wants to go. You want to control it. You want it to go exactly where you want it to go. Now, in tape recorders and all kinds of things like that, there are different commands. You want to set the time. You want to set the date to record a program. Well, look at this. This is the little doodad that does all that. It's called the 555. Yeah. See? 555. And it's got a catalog number. You can see it's Radio Shack, but anyway, they're one of the people you can buy from. And these are just like this kind of stuff. See it? But a 555 is called a timer. And what does the timer do? Duh! In other words, that's what sets your computer up and sets up your tape recorder for the date to record. Let me show you where they're at. Let me get all my little LEDs out of here. Let's pick this up again. Let's take a little tour, if you don't mind. These little brown things, capacitors. Bluish black, capacitors. These little things down here, see all those little, looks like worms or cars in the parking lot? The particular ones happen to be resistors. They have come a long way, kids. This is what they used to be, this size. Look at that. That takes up as much room as about 6 of these. This is the old one, made of ceramic, like clay or pottery, dishes. These really cut down electricity. What's nice about these, that the electrons don't get hot in here. The ceramic absorbs the heat energy and it keeps it really nice and cool. So this has been replaced now with these itty bitty little guys. In fact, see, we're down, not the thing right in the middle. See, that's the size they are now. Okay, so we have all kinds of little goodies in here. Now the thing is, how do you get these out? Don't even worry about getting them out of here because you don't need them. You might want to cut off 1 or 2 just to keep as a souvenir or to remind you of what computers are all about and tape recorders and things. If you really want to get into all that, there's nothing wrong with that. You just start collecting those parts and get to learn it that way. Now, the important thing is that you want to take out things that are use to you. Motors, pulleys, gears, the pulley itself, the rubber bands, for lack of a better reason, and this one here, there's a clock in here.